Hi everyone, this is Frida in Kenya, Scotland. I'm on my way up Pentlands Hills on the 9 Mile Burn route. It's very windy, the snow's melted, and so I'm going to go and climb up. Thank you for joining me. I have my lovely book that I'm listening to, and enjoy the view. From this lovely book, I've got a beautiful extract. Enjoy. 2nd of February, Groundhog Day, the date by which, by American tradition, the groundhog emerges from hibernation. If she sees her shadow, she returns to her burrow for 6 more weeks of winter. If she doesn't see her shadow, spring is on its way. Thanks to the 1993 film starring Bill Murray, Groundhog Day has become an expression referring to unwelcome repetition of a series of tedious events that occur in exactly the same way each time. 2nd of February, Groundhog Day, the date by which, by American tradition, the groundhog emerges from hibernation. If she sees her shadow, she returns to her burrow for 6 more weeks of winter. If she doesn't see her shadow, spring is on its way. Thanks to the 1993 film starring Bill Murray, Groundhog Day has become an expression referring to unwelcome repetition of a series of tedious events that occur in exactly the same way each time. That was an extract from Toksvig Almanac 2021. This is an amazing book, and as you can tell, it's well written and quite witty from that extract. The book is about women in history, and a lot of these women I've never heard of. It got me thinking about African women, and so I went online and looked at African women in history. There's a list of women on the UNESCO website, and I could only identify 2, which was quite embarrassing. So Miriam Makeba, and one of my favorite amazing women, Wangari Maathai, whom I'm going to talk about today. So Wangari Maathai was born 1st April 1940. She's the first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a doctorate degree. She became the chair of the Department of Veterinary Anatomy and an associate professor in 1976 and 1977 respectively, making her the first woman to do so in Kenya. She founded the pioneering Green Belt movement in 1977. This is a grassroots organization that focuses on planting trees to replenish the environment and improve quality of life. Because of her efforts, she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2004. Thanks to Professor Wangari Maathai, we have Uhuru Park, because when she discovered that the government was planning to sell off part of Uhuru Park to build a tower block, she worked tirelessly and got the public to join her to stop the project from going ahead, which she succeeded. 1998 saw her fighting to save Karura Forest. There are videos of her and her activists being physically attacked, and still they stuck it out and managed to get the developers to back off. The Global Nonviolent Action Database has an article about Kenyan mothers win release of political prisoners in press for democratic reform 1992 to 1993. It's well worth reading. Its goal was to secure the release of mothers' sons who were detained as political prisoners and to pressure the Kenyan government into upholding democratic principles by allowing fair multi-party elections and freedom of speech. So this campaign was led by Wangari Maathai. The women were beaten up when they wanted to get the sons released by the then President Moi. They camped at Uhuru Park for over a year, and they went on hunger strike. They barricaded themselves in a church, and it's an amazing story of what these women who were between the ages of 16 and 70 initially were able to achieve with Wangari Maathai as well. She has written several books. She has been featured in articles and so many books. I cannot begin to say how much this woman has done. From keynote addresses on the Second World Congress Agroforest in Nairobi to an article written by Open Democracy magazine and African Future beyond culture of dependency, to the inaugural World Food Law Distinguished Lecture in Howard University, the challenge of AIDS in Africa, an article in Nairobi, Kenya, to the Nobel Lecture. And of course, she's got more than 12 honorary doctorate degrees. I encourage you to go and read about her, and also to read her books, especially start with Unbowed. Thank you so much for having listened to me talking about this beautiful woman. Please subscribe to my channel, and thank you again. I hope you enjoyed the view at Pentland Hills as well.